Guys? This is Brandon from the Smith Review. I'm here to review Dark Phoenix, spoiler, so make sure you've seen the movie before you watch this. Bro, obviously he's not with me, I'm solo on this. He still hasn't saw the movie, nor do I think he even wants to, but I saw the movie saw it last Friday, Friday night. Theater was like, I want to say maybe not even half full. Let's see, overall thoughts. I thought it was a good movie. I liked it. I mean, I would say as a finale to the X-Men franchise, maybe mid-range, maybe like 50% good as a finale. But overall, I like the movie. It's a movie I would buy on Blu-ray. Let's see. This is Simon Kinberg's directorial debut. I thought he did a good job. I know he was a writer on X-Men Last Stand, which is pretty much the same movie as Dark Phoenix. And we all know how that went. So, I commend the studio for giving him a second chance. And I thought he did a good job. A lot of his shots, the way he was shooting the movie, awesome. The visual effects were on par, or if not better, than some of the Marvel movies. Not all, but the visual effects were awesome in this movie. The score, I like the score. Hans Zimmer. He's done movies like the Batman movies, Batman v Superman, Man of Steel, shit like that. He was awesome. Let's see, actors. Jean Grey, Sophie Turner. I don't know why, but for some reason I just really like her as an actress. I think she's got a lot of range. She's crying, cute type of actress. Thought she was awesome. I thought she killed it. Alexandra Shipp, Storm. I thought she did good. She killed it. Probably my favorite Storm so far. Let's see another standout. And Magneto. Awesome. He always kills it. I think, he's the best Magneto. Better than the guy that was in the previous 3 X-Men movies. If I had to pick a worse scene or a worse part of the movie, the beginning when she's a kid, that's kind of slow, but it's not really a big deal. If I had to pick the worst thing about the movie is we don't get a lot of Quicksilver. If you guys seen Days of Future Past and Apocalypse, Quicksilver's got the best shit in the movies. He's always got like funny ass parts and shit like that, and he gets one little scene in the beginning in the spaceship when they're rescuing people that are NASA pilots that are stuck in space. Gets that, and then he gets one other scene when he's confronting Jean Grey, and she just takes him out real quick, and he's out for the rest of the movie. Some favorite scenes. We got two Magneto confrontations with Jean. Those are both awesome. If you guys seen the trailers, they spoil they spoil Mystique's death. Even though they spoiled it, I was still moved or touched at how it went down in the movie. I thought the acting between Jennifer Lawrence and Nicholas Hoult as Beast and Raven was awesome. I thought it was awesome. I thought that was a really good part. That was one of my favorite parts too. But if you want to be honest, the whole third act is that's the best part of the movie. If you don't even, I hate to say this, I want people to go out and see superhero movies and support them, so they always do good. But if you have no intention on seeing the movie, but you do want to see certain parts, I would just wait for it to come out on Blu-ray, or 2 months after it comes out on Blu-ray. Go to YouTube, search up train scene, Dark Phoenix, because that whole third act, I want to say like an hour. I want to say like a good hour. The last hour of the movie is all fire. It's all fire. The shit, you get a real telling of, or real, real showing of all the X-Men's powers. You get badass scenes with Storm. Some of the best Storm shit that I think you've ever seen. You get, oh my god, there's shit with Nightcrawler killing people while he's doing that disappear shit, bamfing or whatever they call it. That shit's awesome. Cyclops gets good shit, and you get a random swear word in this. You get Cyclops saying fucking, which is hilarious and badass at the same time. I thought he was awesome. Charles Xavier kills it with his shit. Magneto, as always, we all know this, he killed it. Who else? Hank gets some badass action in this. This is why I wish Quicksilver would have been in the third act, because he would have been fucking phenomenal. He's always got sweet ass shit. But yeah, overall, let's see. I'll touch on some story points for you guys. Overall, Jean gets the Phoenix Force. She ends up she ends up not being able to necessarily control it, and it ends up causing her to leave the X Mansion, which ends up causing the X-Men to try to like confront her, telling her they could help her, control it and shit like that. And then it gets brought to light that Charles kind of, I guess you could say lied to her and told her that her father was dead, and that, that sets her off right there. And then they kind of paint Charles to be a dickhead in this movie when he kind of is, but at the same time he's kind of not. So if that makes any sense. So they end up trying to get the Phoenix Force out of her. She ends up going to Magneto, thinking he can help her. Turns out to be that he can't. They end up going at it, like I was touching on previously, twice. And then to cut to the end, they end up Jessica Chastain, who I didn't really touch on. I mean, she's just not really much to say. I thought she killed it, but that's besides the point. It's pretty much a game of keep away. She ends up giving some of the powers to Jessica Chastain's character, which is I think Vuk. She was a part of like the Jabari, some alien race. They end up, it's like a game of keep away. They're coming for Jean to try to get the Phoenix Force out of her. But the X-Men are trying to keep it with Jean. Long story short, it ends up coming ahead with Jean and Jessica Chastain's character. She ends up thinking that sorry, I keep saying that. I mean, her character name's kind of weird, but Jessica Chastain's character ends up thinking that she can take all the power, which in turn she can't. Which in turn she can't. Jean ends up giving it all to her. They go up in space. This is at the very end of the train battle and all that shit. They go up in space. She ends up essentially just blowing up. Both of them end up blowing up. And they end the movie with a narration by Jean Grey, and then at the end, very end, they renamed the Xavier School, Jean Grey School of Gifted Children, or whatever their name is, and they end up panning up, and then you see the Phoenix, or I want to say you see Jean, but all you see is like the Phoenix glow that she has. You see that floating up, and then she kind of flies away, and then that's it. I'm pretty sure there wasn't a post-credit scene. If there was, you guys are gonna have to let me know, because I didn't stay. It was late, and I was kind of tired. I wanted to go home. But overall, give it a B. I think out of First Class, Days of Future Past, Apocalypse, and then Dark Phoenix, I would probably put this. I'd probably go Days of Future Past, Dark Phoenix, First Class, and then Apocalypse. I like them all, but I mean, me personally, that's just the order I'd put them in. Yeah, that's my my review for Dark Phoenix. The summer is lined up with movies back to back to back. So we'll be coming at you guys with reviews. We got Chucky coming up, and then Spider-Man Far From Home. Stay tuned for that. We'll probably have a recap for Comic-Con. If you guys know what that is, San Diego Comic-Con, we'll have a recap for that and thoughts on what we think is going to happen with Marvel and everything like that. So yeah, just stay tuned. Like, comment, share, tell people, subscribe, all that good stuff. My Twitter will be at the bottom, so make sure you guys follow me on Twitter. And then, yeah, just catch us at our next review. So, thanks, guys. Peace.